Hey guys, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day today. So basically I've been for the past about for the past 8 weeks or so, about 2 months, I've been basically posting just travel photos, basically where I've been around Australia, for example, Cairns, Perth, Darwin, Brisbane, Newcastle, Port Stephens, Adelaide, Alice Springs, Uluru, Australia, you know, and Melbourne, for example, and Hobart, some things from Serbia, Croatia, Europe, and stuff like that. But you have to realize that because I've been posting this information online, I've been basically just showing my life, showing where I've been in my life. So basically, trying to get to a better stage by just showing all this information online. And I've been getting engagement in terms of people have been watching my travel stuff. People have been watching videos from Newcastle or Cairns or Serbia or wherever I've been in my life, But you have to realize that when you get to a better stage in your life and when you're posting information and you're creating content, you have to keep it up. You have to keep posting it every single day, making sure that you're doing paid advertising and that you're getting to a better stage in your life, because you have to make sense of the world around you. You have to make sure that every single day of your life that you're YouTubing, that you're growing your content, that you're growing who you are, and then you're making audio programs, blogs, articles, or whatever it is. But also what I've started also doing is I've been making programs in terms of writing materials on medium.com. And you can find that in my Danny Milivojevic Instagram bio link. And it's titled Articles by Danny Milivojevic. Or you can just go into my bio link in my Instagram and see the heading where it says articles. Okay. But you have to realize that I get to a place where I'm starting to write more, for example, more blogs, more free information, all that kind of stuff. And I'm posting information every single day online and everything and all that is good. But there's always more that you can do, there's always more people you can reach. There's always more things that you can do for your life, that you can succeed with, that you can actually help yourself to get to a better stage in your life, But because of all this, like I've also been going to TAFE, school and stuff like that, and also just, for example, helping myself to basically learn something and doing community services and all that is nice. But you have to realize that everything I do on my social media, for example, on my Instagram, is all community services. That's what community services is. Talking with clients, basically helping them get to a better stage, referring them to customers or whatever it is. That's in the 9 to 5 job, But in real life, you're guiding people in information. You're guiding them to a better place. You're guiding them to a better state of mind. So what I'm doing right now is basically whenever I feel uninspired, whenever I feel like something's not happening for me or something's not going on in my life, what I do is I open up a program, I start talking on my voice memo, and I just make a program, for example, because I want my voice to be heard. I want to make an impact in people's lives. I want to make a better thing for the world, more insights, more information, more Danny Milivojevic in this life, and I've been trying every single day to make as much content as I can for people. I've been doing writing materials and stuff like that, but also because I started these articles on my medium.com account, I subscribe $6 a month just so I can post blogs, like writing blogs on my Instagram Linktree, for example, where you can click on my Instagram bio link in Danny Milivojevic, and it's just free information. For example, just making sure I'm staying consistent every day, posting one article a day or something like that. But it adds up slowly, So I'm 32 now, and in 30 years' time, 30 times 12, 30 times 10 is 300. But you have to realize that I can post over 300 articles in those. That's not even true. Sorry. You have to realize that there's 365 days in a year. So every single day I post, for example, one article. 365 times 10, that's 3,000 something articles I've written. That it can be this massive database of my information, my writing, and ChatGPT picks up on everything that I write, for example, So you can search me up on ChatGPT and you can write Danny Milivojevic Linktree, Danny Milivojevic Instagram. For example, who is Danny Milivojevic Instagram? Who is Danny Milivojevic on medium.com? Or who is Danny Milivojevic in life? Or you can write Danny Milivojevic Linktree and you'll get all my information. You'll get my articles. You get things I've written about. You can have my background information, everything like that. All on ChatGPT, And that's why I put a link to ChatGPT on my Instagram bio link. And it's totally for free, this ChatGPT. It helps people basically to ask it questions. You can ask it questions. You can ask it whatever you need for your life. And you'll be able to basically learn from it, But I subscribe to the $34 a month, for example, with ChatGPT because I do screenshots of things on Instagram or Facebook Ads Manager where I'm running ads, for example, at the moment to Serbia, I'm running ads to India, I'm running ads to Australia. Next, I'm doing some America and stuff around the world, But you have to realize because I'm running these ads around the world, I'm basically collecting data. But because I use ChatGPT to take photos of the screen of my laptop, and ChatGPT explains exactly what each function is inside Facebook Ads Manager, for example. And anything I get confused about, anything that I want to understand about Facebook ads and Instagram ads, or whatever it is, or any information I don't understand, I take a snapshot of it in my phone, or I take a photo of it, okay, and I say, ChatGPT, explain this to me, please. And ChatGPT will it will just start explaining things for you, about everything that you are doing with your life, It will explain any kind of information you need for it to explain to you. So that's why ChatGPT is so amazing. It's an amazing program and it teaches you basically everything that you need to know, Like you could read an 8-hour book on marketing, for example, and it will give you insights and all that, no doubt. But for more tailored information about updates around Instagram or around Facebook Ads Manager or Facebook or marketing or whatever it is, or spirituality or whatever you're interested about, ChatGPT can give you that response that you are looking for. And you have to realize that I wrote today in my notes over here in my phone, I wrote what inspires me, and what things that inspire me are like, I like going for a drive. That inspires me. Sometimes I go for one drive a day, sometimes for 2 drives a day, sometimes the max three drives a day. I drive the car for 1 hour, and I listen to music with my subwoofer and I'm putting trance music on, techno music on from my favorite artists and stuff like that. And that inspires me during the night, but I don't drive my car between 6 a.m. and 12 a.m. because there's a lot of traffic and I don't want to be driving a car in Sydney when it's between the hours of 6 a.m. and 12 p.m., But because of this, you have to realize that I like to drive. I like to make sure that I have a shower. That inspires me. Having a shower inspires me. Doing some writing materials, blogging, for example, making programs, for example, making audio programs here and there, making something, and writing some blogs down, especially now on medium.com, I can write all these articles on medium.com, and ChatGPT will totally like pick up on the information, and it will tell you all about me, and it will tell you who I am and what I do, and it's this massive database that I can create for myself on ChatGPT, because I'm putting things publicly online. I'm putting blogs online, my YouTube videos are online, my Instagram is online. It's all public information, And because I'm running ads at the moment, for example, towards Serbia at the moment, for example, I'm getting clicks. I've got like 34 clicks on with Serbian people, and I've talked to some people online, especially those people who I've clicked like on my Instagram ad, and I go and approach them, and I introduce myself, and I say, hello, how are you, for example, and I start talking to them a bit, but I'm reaching out to more people on Instagram these days. Anyone who basically comes on my Instagram, I reach out to them, I reach out to them, I say, hello, how are you? My name's Danny Milivojevic, whatever, and this is what I do, how is your day? And do you need any help with whatever you're doing? And I just get to a point where I offer my services, and because I'm offering my services, and because I'm doing my passions, and because I'm doing my life coaching or whatever it is, I'm making content for Instagram threads, for social media, for Snapchat, for Facebook groups, for example, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I'm creating information, and I'm constantly posting online every day. That's my business. That's what I do. But eventually you have to understand, you have to get into the role of ClickFunnels, making sure you're posting information online, but making sure that you're making money online eventually, and getting to a point where you're experiencing life and doing much better for yourself as a person. Okay? So you have to realize that you have to get more successful in life, and you can't just stay on a pension, okay, early in life, because what happens is people start to overlap you. Okay, people start becoming more successful because they're going for their career or whatever it is, and they're working 9 to 5 job, and they're earning more money, And when you're just stuck on a pension early in life, for example, what happens is, for example, you remain stagnant, okay? But even though you got all this time, to work on your passions and everything, you're doing amazing and stuff like that, But you have to start making money, okay? You have to start making money online. You have to start building a profile of yourself online, public information, being an influencer, like a social media influencer or whatever you call yourself. But you have to get to the point in your life where you're every single day focusing on yourself, focusing on your point of view, making sure that your information is out there, every single day posting a lot of information online, but also advertising yourself via paid ads. Like start with $2 a day, for example, and just go through the testing phase, collecting data, collecting information, seeing where cost per click is lower, where cost per click is higher, and just learning the algorithm and learning how people react to your ads. Make an image with a text on it, with your photo on it, for example, or make a video of your success and tell people your success via video, and to click on your profile and follow you or whatever it is. Make sure you understand to inspire people every single day, and start really advertising your content in social media. Because I started social media advertising, I'm much more, for example, ahead of the curve, because many people are not advertising their profile on social media, and they're missing out. And you have to realize that because they're missing out, many people don't have time to do things on their social media, for example, but that's part of life. Part of life is that you do up your social media so good, make sure it's a really good profile, about you, your blog. It's your blog, so you have to take it seriously. It starts off as a hobby, and I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this for 7 years now, posting content every single day on social media, on my Instagram and all social medias, which is all one profile, but different audiences for different social media platforms. I post things on YouTube for YouTube people. I post things on Instagram for Instagram people. I post things on Facebook for Facebook people, but it's all one profile, it's all my universe, for example, So, for example, because I make programs, I make writing materials, I make all this content, I can go and sell this content somewhere on advertising with Instagram and Facebook. I can sell this content on social media and I can make money from it, because people don't know what you're selling until you tell them. But for example, let's say because I have an online storage and all that, they won't know what's in my online storage unless they buy my content, because my online storage is not a free method. It's not something that I give out for free, even though you have to realize that I give it, okay, I give it, but I don't necessarily tell the people that I'm advertising to, hey, you can get this for free elsewhere. But you have to realize that because of this, you have to realize that you have to get to a point in your life where you're giving your information for free, but also selling your content online and making money from it. You understand? Because that's where you want to be with your life. You want to every single day focus on a better point of view, focus on something that helps you to grow, and focus on something that delivers information to other people. You want to be impacting the world through your social media. And that's what people are dreaming about these days. They're dreaming of something that they can do for other people. Yeah. They're dreaming that one day they'll have this amazing social media where they will make money online and be able to escape the 9 to 5 job and do things in real life with real people. You understand? That has nothing to do with 9 to 5. You understand? Because that's what I've been building for the past 7 years is this social media profile so that I can basically impact people with my social media. And so that basically I can send my message around and send good faith and good messages and good positive material, that's going to help the world around me. So that's why I'm doing what I do, because I want to help the world shift into a better direction. I want to provide information and provide good information, good insights about whatever I'm doing with my life and get better. And I want to practice my life coaching. I want to practice my music. I want to get my assessments done. I want to get my school stuff done. All so that I can, for example, set myself up for success and stuff like that. Because, I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to become a better person. I want to become someone much more than what I am right now. So I have to do bigger things. I have to start advertising more. I have to start basically selling my content online. I have to start doing things in real life with real people. And you have to realize that coaching people one-on-one, for example, in terms of getting clients and stuff like that, can be really difficult at the start when you start posting online information, because you have to go through the process. You have to go through the process of why don't people want to work with you? Why aren't they necessarily wanting to give you $1? Why don't they want to? Why don't they want to give you $1 for your information? So you have to realize that your information is important. What you do in your life is important. You have to make yourself important in this life because other people are not going to make you important. Okay? You have to make yourself important in today's world. You have to give information as much as possible. And you have to find out solutions, find out ideas, find something in your life that's going to help you to grow into the best person you can be. And start really giving information every single day so that you can become your best version, because that's what communication is about. It's about every single day learning, growing, becoming one, becoming a better person, becoming something greater for yourself and living the life of your dreams. That's what you need to do. So focus on yourself, focus on every single day, providing information to the world around you, making sure that you're lifting up people with your social media presence, and making a positive impact in the world is what you must be doing. So when you do that for yourself, when you are really helping yourself to get to the stage in your life that you need to be at, you're going to every single day do life coaching programs because that's going to lift you every single day and you're going to be on your course. You're going to be in your divine plan. You're going to be where you need to be at. So every single day focus on providing a lot of information to other people. Be an information provider. Post a lot of content about you online and let people just dive into your information and your social media profile about everything you've given in your life. Make this whole thing about social media, this whole thing about your work, about what you really do, about your passions, about everything that you are doing with your life. Do that on your social media every day, and make a profile that's amazing that other people will be inspired about. Advertise your social media to other people, and eventually sell your courses online and start making money online as soon as you can. And then from that point, as soon as you're making money online, you can go and do bigger things. You can scale your business and make even more money, and then you can start doing it in real life. You can start making events around people. You can start creating landing pages so that people can book your events, and so that you get testimonials, and so that you get clients, and that people will record themselves saying that you are someone that people have to come to for advice, and that you are someone credible. And you have to just make yourself that. You have to make yourself credible so that other people are talking about you, sharing you around, and that you're making a positive impact in the world, and that you have opportunities where other people are saying, hey, come to America, or come to Nigeria, or come to Serbia, so that you can speak to my audience about whatever it is that is on your mind, or that you can speak to my audience about your success and how did you do it, and how did you make your profile and all that. And so you can just go and talk to people and basically be more authentic in your nature, because that's where you need to be at, because that's the next level. The next level is every single day focusing on growth, focusing on a better life, focusing on something that grows you every single day, reading every single day, making content, and making sure you're staying consistent every day on your profile. Being online, making sure that you're lifting the world around you, and that you're becoming your best version. That's what you need to become in your life, your best version, because that's what's worth it. So every single day, focus on delivering information that's going to help other people. Focus on the good things that you're doing for the world. God sees everything that you're doing for the world. Even when other people don't see it, God will see it. So you have to realize that you just have to keep going on your path. You have to keep going with your life. You have to keep going in a better direction with your life. And you have to focus on reading content that's going to help you. Reading stuff that's going to really amplify who you are. Yes, and that's what you need to be doing every day. So anyway, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this program. I'll see you guys in the next program. Please go and see my medium.com articles. Just write on Google medium.com Danny Milivojevic, or you can go on my Instagram Danny Milivojevic and go click my bio link, my Linktree, and go and search up my articles, where you can click the link inside my Instagram bio link, for example, and click articles there, and you'll find all my articles there. You'll find my Instagram threads where I have lots of quotes there, or you can download 73,000 quotes inside of my Mega Drive, which is on my Instagram bio link, and just go and really read it, really dive into all my information that I've given you, and start learning so that you can grow yourself in the best kind of way.